Good afternoon, a big welcome to India Today So South, and I'm Nagarjun Dwarkanath, where we bring you all the news that matter to you from the South. If news is happening in the South, and you'll hear it first on India Today So South. And joining me are my team of reporters spread across the southern part of India: Sagai Raj from Bengaluru, Pramod Madhav from Chennai, Anaga Keshav from Chennai, Apurva Jayachandran from Hyderabad, and Shibi Mol from Trivandrum in Kerala. First up is Pramod Madhav. Pramod, what is the top story from your state?
Well, special intensive revision is taking center stage in the state of Tamil Nadu and Nagarjuna as there are protests, and also there are a lot of issues, especially confusions that is prevailing over the SIR.
Anaga Keshav, what else are you bringing us from Chennai today?
Well, in fact, there is only 2 weeks remaining for the SIR process to get completed, but there is heavy workload. So what India Today has done is that we've spoken to multiple BLOs who are working across Chennai, and we will be getting you perspectives from what the BLOs have to say, the woes that are being faced by them, their struggles, and how this whole intensive process revision is just, with such limited time, but the workload is too high.
Thank you, Anaga. Shibi Mol, what's the top story in Kerala as Kerala got into the election mode?
Naga, it's the local body polls mode in Kerala right now. But again, SIR, the Special Intensive Revision, takes center stage in Kerala also, as the Kerala government has now officially approached the Supreme Court seeking the halting of the SIR proceedings in the state, also because of the local body polls that's currently underway in state.
Thank you, Shibi. And Apurva Jayachandran, a day after the tragic news of people losing their life in Saudi Arabia, have the bodies come back, and what's the top story from Telangana today?
The bodies are yet to return. In fact, there's a special initiative that the Telangana government has taken up to ensure that the bodies of those who've lost their lives, 42 who've died, return back safely to India and Hyderabad. More importantly, breaking news coming in from the state of Andhra Pradesh, we have an encounter in which the most wanted Maoist has been gunned down. Not only that, we also see the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam's Parakamani case that is picking up speed after a senior and most confident member of the Parakamani investigation has been found dead under suspicious circumstances.
Thank you, Apurva. And up next is Sagai Raj. Sagai, what's the headline for the day from Karnataka?
Political Natka continues in Karnataka as Chief Minister returns to Bengaluru after camping in Delhi. And the second story is on Mekedatu, where Deputy Chief Minister, who is also Water Resource Minister, have called for a meeting on Mekedatu project after Supreme Court verdict.
Thank you, Sagai. And let's kickstart our bulletin with the first story coming in from Telangana, and Apurva Jayachandran will take it over from here.
Breaking news here in the state of Andhra Pradesh after a major Maoist has been gunned down by the Andhra Pradesh police. What we are getting to learn from officials is that in a major red terror crackdown there, a most wanted Maoist commander, Madhvi Hidma, was killed in a gunfight. In fact, what we're getting to learn is that these encounter had taken place at the Alluri Siddharamaiah district there in Maridumalli forest by the special police forces. He was one of the most feared and high-profile Maoist leaders in the country and was believed to have led some of the deadliest attacks on the security forces in almost the last decade and a half. In fact, this news of this Maoist leader being gunned down comes at a time when the Union Home Minister Amit Shah had given security forces a deadline to kill Hidma by November 30th, 2025 as a part of the anti-Maoist operation. This operation to kill Hidma has been launched today, and we can see the success as several people and close commandants in his battalion have been gunned down by the special police forces as well. Immediately after the killing of the Naxalite Hidma, Home Minister Amit Shah has also congratulated the security forces involved in this operation. Well, the waters turned murky in the Tirupati Tirumala Devasthanam's Parakamani case. A reminder here for you, the Parakamani case deals with a lot of unamounted cash that had been caught, and in this unamounted cash that had been caught at the Parakamani, which is one of the integral part of the sanctum sectorum in the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam's Dwaram there. What we are going to learn is that in an update, one of the top officers who had been involved in this case has been found dead under mysterious circumstances. This officer by the name of Satish Kumar had been found dead under mysterious circumstances at a railway track in Anantapur just a few days back. Following his death, there has been an intensification of investigation into the case, as Satish Kumar was one of the key persons who had in fact alleged that the scam had in fact taken place at the first. We've also seen how several members from the political arena have come forward after the demise of Satish Kumar, blaming it not only as a suspicious death but also questioning and asking for a more detailed probe. The YSRCP, meanwhile, has stated that this is nothing but a blame game that is going on, a conspiracy, after YSRCP alleges that Satish Kumar had been threatened and had been berated by the SIT. Listen in to what the YSRCP has to say.
ఒక పక్క తిరుపతి తిరుమల దేవస్థానం టీటీడీని భ్రష్టు పట్టిస్తే గత ప్రభుత్వం ఈరోజు మళ్ళీ ఏదైతే వాళ్ళ మోడస్ ఆపరేండి ఉందో, ఏ విధంగా అయితే వివేకానంద రెడ్డి గారు చనిపోయిన తర్వాత అది గుండుపోటు అని ప్రచారం చేశారో, అదే విధానాన్ని అదే విధమైన ప్రచారాన్ని మళ్ళీ సతీష్ కుమార్ గారి దాంట్లో చేస్తున్నట్లు ప్రజలందరూ కూడా భావిస్తున్నారని చెప్పేసి అది వాస్తవం కూడా అని చెప్పేసి మనం చేస్తాను.
Mr. Satish Kumar did not die by accident. Satish Kumar death happened because of the mental pressures created by special investigation team during Parakamani inquiry. Satish Kumar was forced to name the YSRCP leaders, though he had nothing to do with them. The timeline itself shows that there is something wrong. Why? Because Mr. Satish Kumar started at 7 p.m. from his house but reached railway station in the midnight. So what happened in those missing hours? His postmortem was done in a hurry, and the phone of Satish Kumar's wife was taken away without any explanation. All these issues raises serious doubts.
Well, the Parakamani case seems to get murkier as the days go by. Investigation that is going on. Meanwhile, we saw the INPR Minister Kolisu Parthasarathy, who is drawing comparison to the Vivekananda Reddy case that took place decades ago, wherein it shows that Vivekanandi, an uncle and a close aide of the YSRCP chief, Jaganmohan Reddy, had died under mysterious circumstances. Drawing comparisons, the TDP says that this is nothing but investigation that needs to continue on. That's all from the state of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Moving back to Nagarjuna.
Thank you, Apurva. And our first story from Karnataka is about the cabinet rejig and the confusion over the CM chair. Buzz of a cabinet rejig is intensifying in Karnataka as Chief Minister Siddharamaiah met the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge in Delhi last evening. And as per sources, Mallikarjun Kharge said that the decision to reshuffle or not reshuffle the cabinet will be made after a discussion with Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi and General Secretary of Congress Party Mr. K.C. Venugopal. The Chief Minister has returned to Bengaluru and was told that he would be informed later about his fate. Meanwhile, Siddharamaiah has now said all 142 Congress MLAs are eligible to become ministers. He added that he'll follow whatever the party high command decides and is waiting for their nod to a reshuffle as the government completes its tenure of 2.5 years. Meanwhile, Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has dodged questions of a reshuffle, saying people can ask an astrologer or even a parrot astrologer if they want clarity on the same. Opposition BJP, meanwhile, has mocked the Congress government, claiming D.K. Shivakumar will be sidelined in the cabinet rejig and all his temple visits and pujas will go in vain or won't have any fruit as well. Listening to the reactions coming in on the story.
No, he had shared with us also that 4 months back expansion permission was given, and I only requested them let the ministers complete 2.5 years. At least I'll have a justification saying that you have completed 2.5 years. Give others also some opportunity. And here, yes, he has shared with us. But now I don't know whether there is again the same attempt. Let us wait and see.
Is your high
Let
command,
let us wait and see.
is your high
Not
command
too
intact
long,
with
8th is already another 2 weeks.
Whatever has to be decided will be decided by the High Command and himself and PCC President. So whatever the speculation is, it's only in the media.
Sagai Raj is joining me live on this. Sagai, what's happening within the Karnataka government? Is the rejig happening within the next 15 to 20 days because there's an assembly session that will be taking place in Belgaum on December 8th? Or there is still no clarity on who is going to be the chief minister? What are you picking up from your sources from the Congress party? What transpired between Mallikarjun Kharge and Siddharamaiah?
Siddharamaiah approached Mallikarjun Kharge for the cabinet reshuffle. They haven't spoken about the power sharing. However, Siddharamaiah was thinking that since Rahul Gandhi has given a green signal to talk to Mallikarjun Kharge, probably Kharge will go ahead and allow him to go ahead and do a cabinet reshuffle in the state of Karnataka. Remember that the senior leaders, including G. Parmeshwar, categorically mentioned that if High Command asks them for a cabinet reshuffle, and probably there might be no power change in the state of Karnataka. So politically, many feel that if the cabinet reshuffle happened, there might not be power share in the state of Karnataka. Siddharamaiah might continue. However, yesterday, the Mallikarjun Kharge has mentioned him, stating that he will talk to Rahul Gandhi and KC Venugopal and get back to him. And as of now, there are no cabinet reshuffle. There is no power sharing in the state of Karnataka.
Thank you, Sagaraj, for bringing us all the latest updates and our next breaking news coming in. Alliance parties at war over Mekedatu Dam project. As DMK opposes Mekedatu, Karnataka government has gone into an huddle over Mekedatu Dam project. Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar is chairing a critical meet on the implementation of Mekedatu project and has called a meeting this morning at 11:30 over the dam implementation as well. The meeting is on the project itself, and Chief Minister of Karnataka has written to the Prime Minister on the same, seeking implementation of Mekedatu Dam near the border of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Congress alliance DMK is opposing the dam back in home in Chennai and Tamil Nadu. So both alliance parties are at war over the implementation of Mekedatu Dam. The Congress in Karnataka says it would take ahead or go ahead with the project, while DMK is opposing, as this can also be an election issue in Tamil Nadu going ahead in the next few months. Listening to the voices coming in on the story.
ಮೇಕೆದಾಟು ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನವರು ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತೀರ್ಪನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನು ತಮಿಳುನಾಡಿನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಜಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ಆ ಅರ್ಜಿ ತಿರಸ್ಕೃತ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮೇಕೆದಾಟು ಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮುಂದುವರಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಗಳನ್ನು ಇಡ್ತೇವೆ.
It is not between the political party, it is between two governments. First thing, whoever is in power, when ADMK was in power, the same thing has happened. So that apart, this issue, even in the original agreement, that any construction of dam across the river in the Karnataka area, that should be done with the permission of the state, Tamil Nadu state. That is what the original agreement says. So that is the final thing, and the court will have to abide by that.
Which is a win-win situation for both Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. However, Tamil Nadu does politics into this, and even Congress in Karnataka has done politics of Padyatra. That's why they went to the court, and it was a miscellaneous application, and we knew that it is going to be thrown out. Now that has been done. Now state government has to take it up with the government of India and take the confidence of the CWC and CWMA and get the clearances legally through proper procedure. And I urge the state government to work very closely with the central government. I also urge the central government to take up the matter, the procedure which they had left it earlier, and take it earnestly and get us the DPR approved, so that we can go ahead with the project.
The Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister and the Home Minister have all spoken in favor of Mekedatu, saying Karnataka has got a big victory and they would go ahead with Mekedatu project. As a Cabinet Minister, how do you see this?
It's a welcome move from the Supreme Court. I really welcome the judgment of the Supreme Court, and this issue was pending since a very long time, and I hope that after this judgment we will take up Mekedatu project as early as possible, and it will solve the long pending problem of drinking water in Bangalore.
And joining me now is Sagai Raj from Bengaluru. Sagai, has the meeting begun, the meeting that Deputy Chief Minister was supposed to chair, and how is the Congress government planning to implement this? Are they taking the consensus also of their alliance partner in Tamil Nadu, the DMK party?
The meeting yet to begin. Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar is yet to arrive at Vidhan Saudha, and all officers are waiting. He is at Tech Summit meet, and if you notice that it has come at a crucial time. You need to wait and watch how the Congress is going to handle, since there are elections which is coming up in the next year, and the Congress has been an alliance partner with a DMK. It is going to be crucial for both the parties. So we need to wait and watch how the politics is going to take turns when it comes to Kaveri water issue. And even if you notice that BJP is already up in Nant, where they have already went on to say that they should go ahead with the project. They should take CWC as well as CWMA to confidence and talk to the central government and implement the project as early as possible. So opposition in BJP is also been a watchdog in this particular situation. So we need to wait and watch how the politics will take turns in the days ahead.
Thank you, Sagai, for bringing us up to date on the story. And these were the stories from Karnataka today. And up next is Tamil Nadu, and Pramod Madhav will take you through the stories.
Thank you, Nagarjuna. For the state of Tamil Nadu, special intensive revision is taking the center stage, and there seems to be a lot of confusions that are being raised by the political parties, be it DMK, AIADMK, BJP as such, who are also raising allegations about malpractices. However, there have been certain instances about addition of certain documents, document number 13, that is about the Bihar SIR, and also questions are being raised about the Assam SR, special revision alone in that particular state. And above all this, the revenue officials that have been pressed into the special intensive revision, they have decided to go ahead and boycott, claiming excess work pressure. Here's what the Neta said.
First reason to boycott this process is workload. We have been working up to 1 o'clock in the offices. So it's not possible to complete this Himalayan
1 o'clock in the night?
Yeah. Every day. Last 2 weeks, we are working like that. So 6.5 voters, we have to check it 100% door to door. It's not an easy job. So we want extra time. Apart from this, we have not sanctioned any additional posts for this. It's a genuine demand. So Election Commission has to look into this and sanction some additional posts. And there is no fund provisions, no training, nothing. So our genuine request is we want sufficient time to complete this process.
The entire process is being misunderstood by Election Commission and is working very much in to the disadvantage of the common man. See, it is, though the Election Commission claims 90% of the forms are filled up, distributed, the time which is going to take for them to fill up those forms and to give it back to BLO to digitalize, then the Election Commission to make a concise, computerized draft list. It's going to be a problem. That these remaining days till 8/12/2025, this is not sufficient time. This is what been felt, understood by the officials of the Election Commission and the EROs and everybody.
My colleague Anaga Keshav is live with us, and Anaga, on the ground, earlier the Election Commission said that close to 95% of work is over, but now the revenue officials are giving us a very important update that even though distribution is almost done, the collection aggregation is not going to take place completion within 2 weeks' time. What is the exact ground reality now?
Exactly, Pramod. In fact, even though the enumeration forms have been submitted to a lot of voters, it's the collection that's a very serious issue. Because a lot of voters, they only know how to put in their name and put in a signature. They don't really know what detail to put in the other columns. For example, there's something called as the EPIC number, the EPIC number, which the Election Commission says is that, is accessible online. But the voters, not everyone really knows how to really go to the Election Commission portal and access this EPIC number. So this is resulting in a lot of complication. Every single BLO is having to spend 1 hour, 2 hours just in one particular household to help them finish and complete these forms. And this warrants a lot more time. It's not really possible to complete 6 crore voters in just 2 weeks is what the BLO says. In fact, there are 40 constituencies in Chennai, and I have been speaking to a lot of BLOs across Chennai. In fact, yesterday I spoke to one such BLO from the Chepauk Tiruvallikeni constituency, and what she told me is that she has to also fulfill her duties as a government teacher, finish all that, and then go on to do her role as a BLO for the SIR exercise without compromising on the number of hours that she has to act as a government teacher. So it really is a lot of workload, too little time, but too heavy of a workload. This process should have started, possibly in April or May this year, much earlier, but now it's too little time for the amount of complication that this whole SIR process has, and this is resulting in delays, long working hours for the BLOs, and that's why across Tamil Nadu, many government employees have called in for boycott. In fact, the Tamil Nadu government has warned them, saying if you take a week off today, or even if you take a casual leave, today will be considered as a no-pay day for these government staff. This is resulting in a lot of stress and a lot of heavy workload, but too little time for them to finish this process.
But surely is, Anaga, thank you for those updates. But please do stay with us. And one important aspect here is that the revenue officials whom we spoke to have very clearly maintained that it needs more time, at least 1 more month of time for conducting this. And these are sensitive way to be worked. So you cannot just like that bring in anybody. They need training as well. And these are the ones they are actually putting forward with the Election Commission as their demand. Up next, we have breaking news. Well, interestingly, on the other side, the most important aspect when it comes to Tamil Nadu is the politics. And here we have DMK locking horns with TVK. This is because Vijay, the leader of TVK, has been constantly claiming that the competition or the fight for the 2026 election is only going to be between DMK and TVK. However, recently there was an event called as Arivu Tiruvira, which could be translated to a knowledge festival or an intellectual festival, where jibes were thrown by the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister against TVK, and especially with the party leaders Vijay and others, for which now India Today had an exclusive conversation with Arun Raj, the propaganda secretary of TVK, and here's what he had to say.
Throw mud on this mudslinging exercise. It turned out to be a mudslinging exercise on Tamil Nadu Vetri Kalagam and our party leader, which was totally, demeaning for a party of that stature. And actually, that to be fair, DMK founding leader Annadurai, we have great respects on him, and DMK had strong ideological backing during those times. But now, if you see, their ideology has reduced itself to only family politics, and their main tool has turned out to be abusing others.
Naga Keshav is once again live with us. Anaga, now it seems that TVK wants to respond to all the jibes thrown by DMK. In fact, earlier the Deputy Chief Minister called them as cardboard sets and even germs, for which now TVK is responding, claiming that do not underestimate your enemy. What is the ground reality?
Well, in fact, TVK also staged a protest here in Tamil Nadu across
Tamil Nadu against the ongoing SAR exercise, because the TVK also believes that now is a little time for them to finish this whole process. It's being done in a very hurried and haphazard way is what the TVK also believes. But the DMK actually hit out at TVK by saying that the TVK has in fact protested at the behest of BJP is what the DMK says. So clearly there is politics being played out between the TVK and DMK, but on ground reality there is a lot of chaos, a lot of unfinished paperwork yet to get received by BLOs. There is a lot of chaos on ground, but instead of addressing this, these kind of issues, unfortunately, there's heavy politics that's being played out between DMK and TVK.
Well, thank you, Nagakeshu, for this update. Very interestingly, the only kind of attack from DMK when it comes to TVK is that TVK does not have any ideology of its own, for which TVK now says, do not underestimate your enemy. And for more stories from the state of Kerala, let's go to Shivakumar.
Thank you, Pramod. Well, the special intensive revision the controversy surrounding the special intensive revision doesn't seem to end in Kerala, as the Kerala High Court has now approached Supreme Court seeking a stay on the SAR proceedings that's underway in the state of Kerala currently. Earlier, remember, the Kerala's government had approached the High Court, and the High Court had directed the state government to approach Supreme Court, as there are many cases relating to SAR pending before the Supreme Court. Now, the Kerala government has filed the petition. The Chief Secretary of the state has filed the petition on behalf of the government. The government says that the local body polls are underway in the state of Kerala, and it's impossible and not practically possible to conduct SAR proceedings in the state. On 21st December, the newly elected administration will take charge at the local body polls. So only after that it's possible and it's feasible to conduct local body polls in the state of Kerala. That's what the government has approached the Supreme Court with. Earlier, the Indian Union Muslim League has also approached the Supreme Court. The Congress in the state has also approached the Supreme Court, saying that the SAR procedures in the state should be stopped. Earlier, the Kerala government had called for an all-party meeting in which all the parties except for the BJP had voiced the same opinion, saying that it's difficult for the political parties in the background of the local body polls. The local body polls are scheduled to take place on the 9th and 11th of December, and it's exactly at the same time the SAR proceedings are ongoing. And also, there was a BLO suicide that was reported from the state, and the government as well as the political parties here have come down heavily on the Election Commission, saying that the Election Commission is in a hurry conducting this procedure. Listen to the reactions.
The story that was made out was that there was pressure of SIR. In fact, I suspect that he committed suicide because there was a pressure to have fake voters enrolled by the CPIM, because the voice messages of his, the audio clips of his conversation have now come out. So on the one hand, CPM is trying to have their voters only, the enrollment of only CPM voters in Kerala's electoral rolls. So I would like to ask the Election Commission to be extra vigilant in Kerala.
That's all we have from the Kerala segment. Over to my colleague Nagarjun.
And that's the wrap of today's episode of So South. Hopefully we have captured all the headlines and main stories that matter to you and everyone else as well. And we'll see you once again at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And thanking all my colleagues, Pramod Madhav, Anaga Keshav, Sagai Raj, Shibi Mol and Apurva Jayachandran for capturing the mood of the South. We'll see you once again at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Until then, keep watching India Today.